Some other news that happened across the weekend was this crazy but hilarious video that went viral of this guy in a New York McDonald's with a hatchet. For some reason, I don't know what it is about America. Again, we don't have this issue in the UK. There's some videos out there, but for the most part, there's not the plethora of videos from the United States where it seems like every other week there is a skirmish, a scuffle, some sort of serious or fatal incident inside or outside of some sort of fast food establishment. And obviously in New York there's been various cases of it happening outside of a flipping McDonald's. Obviously we've got the story that I covered a while back about the worker in McDonald's who unfortunately was shot outside over some cold fries or some nonsense like that. But this story is wild too, because when you don't have any context behind it, all you see is some dude with some really tiny shorts, a really tiny vest, pull out a hatchet, which is a small axe from his bag, and essentially go after people inside the store and smash everything around him. It's absolutely wild. So I'll play the clip for you now. If you haven't seen it, if you're just hearing it, please excuse me, but it is a clip that I'll include in the show notes for you guys to check out if you want. What the hilarious part is, the guy that's got the hatchet, who's going to unveil it soon, is black. And it's just hilarious to hear like New Yorkers who, you know, love to drop the N-word, punching him in the face, trying to inflict pain on him whilst also calling him a nigger, but not inflicting any pain on the dude. It's quite a trip to watch.
Relax. It's fine.
I'm still standing.
Nah, I ain't gonna front. He look like he about to get. I said it.
Pulling out the hatchet now. Smashing the table, smashing the sides.
You better tell, boy. Yo, I'm not.
Look how quiet everyone got. Slapped the guy in the back of the head, slapped him again. Lovely.
That's why I keep my knife.
Pulls up his very small shorts.
Shit like this, you never know.
And ducks out. So that's basically what happened, right? So you just see the hatchet developing. Pretty fucking wild. And then I guess the update on it was as follows, courtesy of ABC 7 News regarding the guy with the hatchet.
News exclusive. A man who went on a wild fast food rampage with a hatchet speaks out. The shocking attack happened inside a McDonald's on the Lower East Side. Thankfully, no one was seriously hurt. The man with the hatchet explained his actions to Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson.
Kind of waited for them to finish doing whatever they were doing, and then I just did what I wanted to do.
Pulled out a hatchet to teach them a lesson in this exclusive.
The fact that he's on TV talking loudly and proudly about him pulling out a hatchet, which I'm assuming is there's some sort of legality issue in terms of owning that, right? Especially pulling it out in that way, in terms of damaging all that property, in terms of assaulting the people he did on camera, is absolutely wild. This should speak for this guy's mental state, or just his lack of give a fuckness. It's absolutely wild.
Interview, Michael Palacio tells me he has zero regrets for doing this Friday morning.
The most important thing is don't be afraid to defend yourself.
Michael tells me things went south at this McDonald's on Delancey Street after a security guard ignored his request to use the bathroom. He maintains words were exchanged with the customer. Then things escalated.
Now there's a conflicting story out there that alleges that the hatchet man was indeed trying to pick up one of the girls in the video. I think it's the girl that's sitting down in the pink that he kind of goes across to sort of like weirdly intimidate. I think if I could scan across here, yeah, this lady here. That's the story. Allegedly, he was trying to pick up this lady here in the pink. She rejected his advances. I guess the lady was there with those other friends who were trying to punch him at the beginning of the video, and then it obviously escalated to what you see, towards the end of the video in terms of him kind of, throwing the flipping or kind of going around with a hatchet. That's one of the stories, but he's obviously alleging that he tried to get into a toilet and he wasn't allowed. I don't know what's true, but let's just continue.
Michael, he admits he had been drinking, threw a punch.
Oh, really, dude? Really? You admit you've been drinking? Who would have guessed?
There was plenty of pushing and shoving with 3 men who then turned on him. Video shows Michael on the receiving end of blows to the head. He tells me he has been...
But yo, he ate those shits like Tyson Fury ate flipping Deontay Wilder's punches, mate. They did not make a dent, you know what I mean? They did not leave a scratch, nothing. He just literally waited for them to finish and then bucked out the ting.
Before and had had enough. He calmly pulled that hatchet out and police say started menacing people, smashed a glass wall and slapped one of his attackers.
Police say, we all seen the video, mate. There's nothing alleged or police say about this. We've seen the video.
My intentions were not to hurt anyone. My intentions were not to...
Oh, really, dude? You carry around a hatchet not to hurt anyone. What do you do with it then? Just pull it out and hope people run away? What if someone charges you then? Like, come on, man.
Put anyone in a hospital or dice anybody up. The reason why I pulled out the hatchet was because, okay, I'm going to get back at these guys, but I'm going to make sure that they don't jump me again.
It's not clear if police are looking for the 3 men,
sense.
but Michael tells me he's not interested in pressing charges.
You don't need to be in jail to learn a lesson.
Oh, really? You're not interested in pressing? What's he talking about? You pulled out a weapon, of course. Why would you be? Honestly, this guy is tapped.
Hope that the fear they felt that night is enough to never assault someone again.
So why did Michael have a hatchet in his bag to begin with? He's a messenger and tells me he just feels safer carrying it.
I'm always out there on the road, so I'm always actually getting into it with drivers, which is what the tomahawk is for. It's not for people. It's for trees and, vehicles.
Michael is charged.
Oh, my God. Anyway, absolutely ridiculous story. And to make matters even worse, people have now found his Instagram account, which is on the block with Soho, and he allegedly has been doing the media round and collecting the bags as well, which is absolutely hilarious. So if I go back to a couple of these screenshots, what does it say here? The whole hood is showing me love, right? Him taking a screen, just chilling, don't want the country or not like that. Okay, I'm not into. It's a screenshot taken from his Instagram stories. I'm not into politics. Just to be clear, if I get into politics, the government will kill me. You heard that? You heard that? FBI, CIA. I just like bikes, fighting, and black people, and they like me too. That's it. No revolution, no underground railroad. Niggas just chilling. Y'all be sure to have an amazing day. Like, clearly this guy is tapped, right? Like, no word about it. TAPPED. But then he states as following. He said he had an interview with the New York, so just baiting up his spot here, like idiotically. I think the New York Post sent 2 big white ass dudes to the Bronx interview, and we chopped it up. No pun intended. They paid me $20K. Just saying this out loud is a bit dumb. He's got another one where he says someone's posted about him there, and he's posting lots of screenshots of him being in Brazil. And then the latest update here, courtesy of ABC News, was that he had been arrested. So I'm not too sure if those updates about him now were taken now, post him going there to get arrested or whatnot, but it does make a lot of sense why he would get arrested. It says here, courtesy of ABC 7 News, a man was arrested after a viral video clip captured him wielding a hatchet during a fight in a McDonald's Manhattan. The incident happened on Friday just before 2:30 a.m. inside McDonald's. Nothing good ever happens inside a McDonald's after 9 p.m. right? It's always something pops off. Always that convergence of people from like going out to clubs, from coming back from night shifts, from just hanging around on the block, from being bored at home. It all kind of converges all at once, and it's just weird energy, isn't it? That's kind of trickling around there. I would love to see it. If someone would actually make it, or if they will permit it, I would love to see a reality TV show based on people who work at a really busy metropolitan McDonald's, right? One that's sort of like in the city center, that's right on the strip or something. That'd be cool to see, like all the weird faces that come by that place, the workers that work there, what they have to put up with. That'll be proper blockbuster TV. It continues. It says the incident happened. Police say 3 unidentified men going to fight with the suspect and 31-year-old Michael Palacio. Obviously, Palacio said what he said there. He maintains the words were exchanged with the customer, then things escalate. Palacio admits he had been drinking and threw a punch. There were plenty of pushing and shoving. So, yeah, he's been arrested allegedly. So let's see what go on in this story. But what an absolute insane thing. And again, another example of just how nuts it gets out there in America if you go to a fast food joint. You know, some things just transpire that you just won't ever imagine. And you have to always kind of be on your twos. You have to always be, you know, keeping your eyes peeled. Yeah, this guy on the video just copped his stuff and kept it moving. Was hilarious. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And the thing about McDonald's too is that for the most part, when this stuff happens, it doesn't actually mean anything changes. People still just continue doing what they do. The workers keep, you know, making the burgers, making the fries and whatnot, and people keep the orders coming in. Nothing actually changes, which is quite cool to see. You seen that? Oh, that's fake, I think, isn't it, right? I'm pretty sure that's fake. But anyway, we've seen most of it. Let's see what the developments are over the next couple of days regarding that whole issue. But it is pretty hilarious to see it from the outside. I'm not going to lie.